Hi guys, we're here today at the Brazilian Lumber Hollywood location to talk about a Brazilian hardwood called Ipe. Ipe is spelled I-P-E, and a lot of people have problems pronouncing it. I've heard it called Ipe, Ipe. The way you pronounce it is Ipe.
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 Its scientific name is Handroanthus, although before it was in the Tabebuia genus. Some other names for Ipe are Lapacho or Brazilian walnut. Ipe is a really dense and heavy wood. The way we know how to compare it with other woods is through the Janka scale. On a Janka scale, Ipe has 3,510 pound force. So you might be asking yourself, what do you use Ipe for? Ipe is mostly used for exteriors. It can be used for interiors, but because of its density and its properties, it's mostly used for decks, docks, anything that's outside. So your siding, your cladding, your ceilings, and we have lots of videos to show you the finished product installed. So most of us learn that wood is used for burning. Well, guess what? Not Ipe. Ipe has the same fire rating as concrete and steel, which means it's not very likely to ever catch fire. Ipe has a high concentration of tannic acid, which makes it resistant to mildew, mold, insects, termites. It's a pretty impenetrable wood. One great thing about Ipe is that it is a totally natural and eco-friendly material. It's free of any toxins, parabens, chemicals, or plastics. Unlike other woods that need to be treated with copper or other toxic elements, Ipe is completely free of any of it. And despite not having any of those chemical protectants, Ipe is likely to last you for 75 or more years. Ipe is 100% biodegradable, which means once it's done, it's easy to recycle. I want to really emphasize one point about purchasing Ipe, and that's that you get it from a sustainable source. Legally logged Ipe can be done with a sustainably managed forest. One thing that's very important is that a company can show chain of custody, which means they know from the time the tree was selected to the time it was turned into you, this has all been done by the books. Our hardwoods all come from sustainably managed forests with responsible practices in place. We want to make sure we satisfy everyone's woods needs, but without compromising the future. The certification process means companies commit to strict rules and protocols. As an environmentally conscious company, we make sure that we only import sustainably sourced wood. And we are dedicated to protecting the biodiversity in the tropical rainforests. Ipe has a beautiful rich brown color. Obviously, each board can have a little variation since it is a natural product, but its characteristic is a beautiful, deep, rich brown chocolate. Can you guess which of these boards is Ipe? If you pick these two boards, you are correct. The others are Garapa and Kumaru. As you can see, the Garapa has a slightly more yellow tone to it, and the Kumaru is a bit lighter. If you love the natural color of your Ipe and you want to maintain it, for exteriors, you will need to apply a UV protectant oil about every 6 months, depending on your location. Otherwise, all of these hardwoods will turn to a silver patina, so a gray ashy color, which is beautiful. If you need ideas on how to apply your Ipe oil, please watch our other videos. The other thing that will determine the price of your Ipe is the board dimension. What do I mean by that? It's how thick or thin your board is and how wide it is. Different dimensions will have different prices. At Brazilian Lumber, we have all different widths and sizes, anything from a 1x2 to a 2x12. Thinking of building a pergola? We have all the dimensional lumber that you need for your project. Need wide boards for fascia? We have those as well. Are you looking for tongue groove or other specially milled products? We have those for you as well. Another thing that makes Ipe great for outdoors is that it's scratch resistant. So if you have somebody walking on it with high heels, or if you put furniture on it, nothing will happen to your wood. Ipe also doesn't heat up in the sun. So unlike some other materials which have plastic in it, which heats up in the sun, as an all-natural material, Ipe stays nice and cool, which means on a hot sunny day, you can still walk on it barefoot. One of the dimensions that not a lot of people carry that Brazilian Lumber has is 1x3. Now this is a special dimension because it can be used for siding and rain screens, and particularly for pilings. What some contractors do is cut it right in the middle, and they have the perfect dimension to go all around a round post. Another really great dimension we carry is 2 by 2. Now this can be used for a number of things such as siding and furniture, and I've seen a lot of contractors and carpenters do some pretty cool artistic design with it. We also carry 4 by 4s, which is a great dimension for fence posts, pergolas, furniture, and any other project you might have where you need a nice sturdy material. When you're shopping for Ipe, you will hear people refer to the dimensions. Different dimensions have different prices. But what does dimension mean? Well, it refers to the height and width of the board. So here you see a 4 by 4. Here you see a 2 by 4. Here you'll see a 2 by 8. Now remember, those are not the true sizes, but they are the sizes that people refer to them as. Here you can see another not so commonly found dimension. This is a 1 by 2. We have it at Brazilian Lumber. We specially milled this for a client's project, and we can do the same for you. Here we have a 1 by 6, which true dimension is 3/4 by 5.5 inches. This is the most commonly used board for decks. Here I have a 5/4 by 6, which is a true 1 by 5.5. This is a very commonly used board size for decks and especially docks. So as you can see, I have here my 1 by 6 and my 5/4 by 6. They're the same width, but they're a different height. I hope you learned a lot more about Ipe and how it's used. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe, like, and hit the bell.